Okay, everyone, welcome to Sabado podcast. I'm with your host Joey.
Durant.
And Asein,
Yeah, right
nice in the
now.
heat. Look where I am, guys. I think this is the only time where I'm the only one out topless. I should have been with Jurens and Joey, but screw these.
Well, you're here now by good grace. So yeah, today we have Enahoro, fresh from Hungary.
Hey.
Introduce yourself, brother. Introduce yourself.
So about me, my native powerlifter. I've been lifting for about 5 years now, competing for about four.
Yeah.
Oh, I just finished the worlds at South Africa, and I guess that's most of me. Oh yeah, and I'm currently studying chemistry, if that matters. Yeah.
Chemistry. Okay, let's see if we can form some chemistry today then. Okay,
Like
cool.
that.
Hey, you said you've been piloting for what, 5 years, competing for four. So obviously you took what, a year to decide to compete. Is that right?
Basically, like most powerlifters, I gave up on bodybuilding, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, time to get strong. And
Yeah. Did you start practicing poses and that as well?
mm, come on,
Hey, come on, bro. Let
like
us know what poses you do, bro.
I can do any pose. Like that's why I gave up. I mean,
Hey,
after I hit,
hey, believe it or not, yeah. Espin, our other host, he did the physique competition. Tell it, like he was saying how it was so fun, but he still enjoyed powerlifting more.
fun.
Can't you tell? Can't you tell? Look at these pecs. Oh.
You
Now,
might hurt
honestly,
yourself. Stop.
I did it once. But the only reason I did it, right, was because my wife's an IFBB pro. So I wanted to kind of get an insight of how it was to, like, how it is to kind of do it. I mean, it was brutal. It was horrible. I hated it. The whole process of it wasn't fun. So obviously, imagine you have to like cut weight. You have to eat like 900, 1,000 calories daily. It was brutal. You have to do cardio at 6 a.m. every single day for 5, 6 days. Nah.
Yeah, I think Enna likes cardio. Enna, do you like cardio, bro?
I mean, I think so.
Yeah,
But
Espin
then,
loves
like the
cardio. He's
regular
doing it
power.
right now.
Well, I'm currently doing 30,000 steps right now. That's my daily.
What?
I mean, that's what I do every Sunday with the missus.
How many steps do you do, Enna, a day?
Like 10,000.
Oh
Ten
my
Yeah, see, that's
thousand.
normal.
God, Jesus,
10,000.
That's normal.
That's
Though,
like
guys.
that's normal.
What do you mean that's normal? I do like what? 1,000?
Anna.
Yeah,
Actually, the thing is though, Anna needs to understand that both of you work from home. That's the
yeah,
thing.
Oh, yeah, true.
yeah.
So it's
Enna,
different.
Enna,
Everyone else.
Enna, what? You work
Yeah,
right now?
but like most of my work is at home. But like even though I work from home, I still try to get my steps in because
Yeah.
So basically, Anna's calling you guys bitches, pretty much.
Oh my God. You know what? Don't worry, man. We'll get to that, but I would just have to pay him off by forcing him to pull 420 next time I meet him. But anyway, we'll get to that. So, brother, thank you for joining us. My first question is the obvious one, right? That everybody are talking about in terms of like the IPF that just went past. I'm not going to talk about the circus that happened. I'm just going to talk about you've been to world twice. If I ask you what was your best world you've ever attended, was it last year one or 2019 one?
I mean, like it was obviously this year.
Yeah.
I mean, because like last year, I didn't have any good training sessions going in, so I only had one goal of just getting the deadlift world record, and I only stayed in Sweden for 2 days because I knew the
Whoa.
competition was gonna be shit. So I came in like the day before, and my plan was to come in was to go away like right after the competition, so no one sees me.
So wait, hold up. So before
So
before this year, you did the Open Worlds last year, right?
last year,
You
yeah,
did the Open again this year,
yeah,
but you're still a junior.
yeah.
Why why
That's
why
ridiculous.
why why do you want the Open more than the junior? Let us know, please.
Who won the junior last year?
I don't know.
Exactly.
That is deep. That is deep. Oh shit.
That's going on the preview. That's going on the preview. Oh my God, Enna, that's the best thing I've ever heard.
So what Enna trying to say is, no one cares about juniors.
Is that what you're saying, Anna? Yeah.
I mean,
Yes or no, bro? It's a yes
just a yes
or
or
no.
no.
let's
Yeah?
be honest. Like, not really. No one really cares. Like, I literally just found out the winner of the 83 juniors, I think like 3 weeks ago. Like, I found out the winner for last year like 3 weeks ago because
Mate, I mean, to be fair, even myself, right? If you ask me what junior that won a world championship last year, I will probably tell you the only person I know is Gavin, because every now and then I talk to Gavin. Even when he went to World last year, I was talking to him. So he went for USVIs as a junior. That's the only junior I know that won World, and the rest have no idea. So
yeah, so it's like that's why I don't really. That's why I've decided not to really go for the juniors at Istanbul. So I mean, now Nathan has a chance to win. So
yeah, exactly. So Nathan, there, you've given Nathan a green card to win. So if Nathan doesn't win, he's not coming back to the UK. So Nathan, you heard that.
What's the next one for you? It's Euros, right? In Poland.
yeah, Euros.
What's what are you looking for the win or what?
I mean, who isn't?
Who do you think will beat you if you don't win though?
I mean,
Think carefully.
there's Jurins and Owen. Who else is
Jones and
there?
Owen.
Yeah. Are you doubting Durant and Owen?
I'm doubting endurance.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You know what?
I mean, Jurins has stopped eating like a child, so nice.
Man. You know, I'm on this call as well. You know, I'm not anywhere. I'm just here, right here, guys. You're talking about me. I'm here. Anyway,
You can't tell that Jones is eating food now because look at him. He does look a little bit more jacked now. To be fair,
I mean, that's true.
I mean,
he doesn't. He's filled out a bit.
I don't have a choice when you're competing against people that can pull the earth, like King of the Lift mentioned last time. If people can pull the earth, you're competing against them. You don't have a choice. You just have to tick your boxes on your side. So that's I'm trying my best to tick those boxes.
I know. What's your food like?
I mean,
Calorie-wise,
like
a day in a life kind of eating wise.
a day in the life. I know my calories are like 3,200 standard.
Oh, wow.
Bro, you're eating 500 calories more than endurance.
Why do you have to say it on the podcast? You're selling my secret, bro. What's wrong with you?
It's no secret. You went from 1,500 to 2,800, bro. There's no secret.
Oh shit! So I did.
Okay, so if you're on about 3,000, what do you do? Like, do you prep it, or do you just go as you go along?
I usually just like prep chicken and I figure out the rest. Oats,
Okay.
rice.
You don't eat any Hungarian
normal
food,
stuff. No.
Wait, is that But you know he's African, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you don't eat your fish and chips?
Have you ever seen me go into a fish and chips to get fish and chips? The only fish I eat.
You eat fish, bruv.
Is salmon. I cook it myself.
Yeah, and what do you have it with?
Potatoes.
All right, so is that that's fish and potato? Same thing, bruv.
Oh shit. Yeah, and so me again, bring back. I know this is just conversation we're having, but I'll bring you back to a little bit behind in terms of like your sport history. Just a little bit of insight about how did you join powerlifting? Is it because it was an easy access sport, or is it someone that told you about it?
I mean, like, this is one of the most interesting parts I've seen from like most of the top level competitors. It seems like everyone did sports except me. So I didn't really grow up with sports. I mean, I played football a couple of times, but I wasn't really serious with it. I'm like a fat kid, basically.
A
Got
fat kid.
into
How
the
fat we
gym.
talking about?
Hold on. How far are we talking about here?
I could send you a picture.
No. Like, what weight, bro? How heavy were you?
I mean, I was like, I literally had a pot belly, like a grown man's pot belly at like 11.
Oh my god.
So,
Damn.
what did you know how heavy you weighed though? How heavy were you?
Like 75,
At 11 years old.
75 kilos,
something like that.
bro.
7 years old.
That's more than Espin right now. Damn.
That's nuts.
Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, well, let's bring it back to the Worlds this year.
No. He hasn't finished about this.
No.
Oh yeah,
We're
shit.
still talking about
Yeah.
him getting into it.
Go on, sir. Go on.
Yeah.
Carry
So like I got to like lose weight, and after like 8 months, I was like, oh yeah, this bodybuilding stuff is not gonna work out. And I think I saw a guy squatting like 180, and then it was like, oh yeah, that's really heavy. And
Is it?
right after that, I mean, then it was. I mean, so I right after that I was like, oh yeah, this powerlifting stuff looks good, and I started maxing out every day on squat,
Every
bench,
day?
and deadlift. Yeah, no, well, like 3 times a week, more accurately.
Okay.
So like
And
every
what
training
what what,
session,
num-
I was
what
maxing
were
out.
you doing? What were you doing? What numbers were you doing?
I mean, maybe my max out was like a 150 squat.
That's
what Joey's doing now, anyways.
So you say that 150 squat, that's 5 years ago.
Yeah, that was like after 8 months of like training.
150, yeah. What about your bench and deadlift? Actually,
I
let's
mean,
start with your bench.
I've failed like a 70 kg bench before, so I don't think my bench has just been always. That's not good.
You know what? That's not too bad because there's a 66 British champion that benches around that much anyway. So you're good.
70?
You're good. Yeah, well, it might as well be 70, bro. Yeah, I'm not joking. Like his squat and his deadlift is delirious, but his bench might as well be 70 kilos.
Is deadlift delirious? Really?
Okay, fine. His squat is delirious. There you go. This guy's
Thank you.
never happy, bro.
I mean, he squats 250. It's a bit mediocre, but anyways, go on, carry on.
But your bench has doubled since then. So yeah, I'm sure that you've made tremendous progress.
How heavy were you when you did the 150 and 7 kilo deadlifts? I mean, bench press. Sorry.
Probably like 78 or something.
Ross, so you're still relatively like heavy.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about your deadlift? What was it like when you first started powerlifting?
I know the first time I ran like my actual first powerlifting block, I hit 240 after that.
So you were squatting 150, benching 70, and deadlifting 240. Do you know how crazy that is, bro?
That is mad.
Your squat's here, but your deadlift's here. That's crazy, bro.
That is mad.
Like I think it was like 2 months after I started lifting, and I was doing 100 kg for like sets of 8, and the guy came up to me at the gym and he was like, "You're strong," and then I was like,
on
"Not
deadlifts?
really." Yeah.
Oh, okay. He lied to you basically.
So that guy lied because he just wanted to train with you. So that's a lie that you're strong.
I mean, yeah, like, well, my deadlift has always been good. So
that's mad. So yeah.
Actually, no. Have you always pulled sumo, or did you start conventional like everyone?
Well, the first time I pulled 240, I was running like conventional for the entire block, and I was supposed to max out, and my coach was like, "Let's try sumo."
Okay.
And that was my first time literally pulling sumo.
Is that coach still the same coach you have now?
No.
Okay, well, okay.
Well, you know, Enna changed coaches just like Chelsea changed football coaches.
Oh, wow. How many coaches have you had, bro?
Shush, Jerry. Just 2.
Oh, you've had 2. That's 2, bro. You make it sound like he's been on like 10, bro.
He's been lifting for 5 years, 2 coaches.
Yeah.
That's like a Chelsea. 2.5 years each coach.
I don't know, man. It feels like they have a different one every
Basically,
season.
Enna and Espin is the same.
Oh, okay.
Espin is Man United and it's Chelsea.
I've had 2 coaches. I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't know.
Who's your coach now, Enna? If you don't mind shouting him out.
William Squats on Instagram. He works with Flex.
Okay. Oh, is he from here? William Squats.
No, he's from the US.
Okay. Well, now I know. I'm so sorry, William Squats.
So yeah.
I got a question. I got a question. Quick one. When did you realize that your deadlift was pretty much ridiculous? Was there a specific lift that you was doing when you were bodybuilding that you think could have had that could have come into play? I think I'm saying that wrong. But do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I think I do. I don't think like this.
Did you used to deadlift all the time? Was that like a lift that, or any back specific exercises that you were doing on a day-to-day basis that you think could have played a role in how crazy your deadlift is now? Now that you look back on it.
I don't think any exercises played a role, but I know I always deadlifted, so that might have helped. But I just think I have like the proportions for it. Because like literally the first time I tried sumo, I was pulling 240. So
which was your conventional max at the time?
No, that was my sumo max. Like I literally just switched to sumo that day and pulled 240.
That day?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
with the warm up or without warm up?
I mean, I think I used the conventional warm up.
And then you did sumo with 240.
Maybe I did with like 200 or something first, and
okay, cool. I thought you just went, let's do sumo at 240 after just pulling it conventional. That sounds a bit nuts.
You know, I mean, there's one thing like everyone are wondering is a few people ask this question in terms of like your deadlift training frequency. A few people I spoke to when I said to them, I said, look, I spoke to the man and this is what he said. No one believed me. I feel like, you know what? Let me ask you that question yourself. Can you just tell us how many times do you normally deadlift a week?
Once.
Oh my god.
So you hear it, guys.
But what? There must be a variation. There must be a variation. Like, is it week A heavy, week B, like I don't know, like pause variation. I don't know. Like what is it like, or is it the same every week?
I mean, we've done like 2 times deadlift, but I got like injured, and we decided to do once.
What did you injure? What did you injure?
My back, but that was not from deadlifts. That was just
from squats.
I don't know. It was just
from playing football.
Injury. No.
What is it? So what is it sorted now?
Yeah, it's sorted.
Okay. So basically,
that was like right.
So your back's not hurting anymore.
No, it's fine. Okay, that was right after Worlds last year.
Euros can be quite.
But so now I only deadlift once, and my deadlift really peaks in like 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
I usually have an intro week, and like 3 weeks I usually peak for deadlifts.
So this is me pulling 3 times a week, but I still can't pull over 705.
You did it 3 times a week?
Yes, mate.
No, he doesn't. No, you don't.
Ask the coach, he will tell you.
He does.
So basically, after we saw what Enna did to me at World, we realized there's a lot of gap to cover in terms of no with Enna, of course, no with him. No one will cover that gap with Enna, right? No one. I don't care who you are. Even if you get yourself on the drugs, I will sponsor that drug company if you want to. But no one will ever cover that gap. But when you look around the other E3s, like the Delaney's and the team, Monogade, even King Calf, the gap that I have between me and them is quite big. So we realized we need to start working on the deadlift. So that we have to give it a little bit of love. So I'm giving my deadlift love now. So it's just a warning, Anna. Don't be surprised if I pull 360 kilos.
I need to go back. I need to go back to that question about Enna though, that he only deadlifts once a week. That's just nuts. So, quick question. So, during the rest of your week, is there any like accessories that you do, like any back exercises, anything to do with any pudding
I
work?
have RDLs. I have RDLs,
Okay.
like dumbbell RDLs, which are not like really heavy, but that's it.
Define not heavy though. Define not heavy. And what's your RDL?
Like 40 kg dumbbells.
Oh, okay.
40 kg. My man is pulling 800 pounds. This is mad. Jesus.
Do you know how light that is, bro?
I mean, it's for like sets of 12.
So
I do RDLs with like what 120, 140 kilos.
That is nuts.
Dumbbells?
So you deadlift once,
No, on the
once a week.
barbell.
I use dumbbells, which
Yeah.
is more
Even-
difficult.
Even if I use dumbbells, I'm probably going to use like 50 kilos. You know? That's mad. Jesus Christ. By the way, guys, don't do this at home. Any young man is listening to this or any young woman, do not go and do RDLs with lightweight and expect to pull 360 kilos. No. It's not going to happen for you. So, that is a fact.
That is crazy.
Look at Espin there. Espin is white now, bro. That's the way you heard. He turned white.
I'm confused. I think I've been doing it wrong all these years.
yeah, me too, bro.
So I'm saying, yeah.
I'm trying to deep it. It's like 40 kilos in each hand. That's 80 kilos. Even though dumbbells are relatively harder, that's still light.
I mean, no straps. And
yeah. So what? There's no straps. So what?
Man.
I mean, but like you have to understand, like most of my training is like really, really sub-max. For some reason, I can't like really go heavy in training. So like most of the actual result I get is from like the taper.
Yeah, of course.
Like most of my PRs have been on the platform. Like my best lift has never been in the gym. So kind of makes sense.
You know what? I can relate.
That's
and
what we do anyway.
Durance can relate also. I don't think he's ever squatted 290 in the gym.
In the gym, no, 292 in the gym.
Oh, sorry, 292. Yeah. 292, yeah. But 295 he hasn't.
Well, Joey doesn't perform on the platform either anyway, so it doesn't really matter where he competes. Sorry, just thought I'd put that out there. All right, let's go back to Enna.
Enna, just to let you know, right now, at this moment in time, there's a bit of a rivalry between my co-host, Alex Espin, and I, because he's cut down from 74s to 66s and is trying to claim the British throne next year. When I mean try, that's the key word.
Try.
Joey, I know this episode's about Enna, but we'll just end it here. Joey, tell Enna your total right now as a 66.
588.5.
What's my one?
605.
No, 632.5. All right, let's move on. What were we saying?
Okay.
Enna, you're good with this because you did chemistry in it, so you must be a smart lad. Do I have a chance?
I mean, everyone does.
Yeah, exactly. As long as I break Espin's legs in it.
That's a diplomatic answer there. Everyone does. When I thought I had a chance to come second in the world. Or did I actually come second in the world? I can't remember that. But as Enna said, standing on the left side or the right hand side of the champion doesn't really change the thing.
Yeah, you know what? Enna, I heard about that, yeah. And I get the mindset, like it's either go hard for the win or don't go at all in it. I reckon that was your mindset, right?
I mean, like at that moment, yeah.
Yeah, but do you kind of regret it because you could have got silver instead of bronze? You get me? And
I mean, I've thought about it, but then it's like it wouldn't be as fun.
Well, okay, yeah, true.
It wouldn't have been as fun, like I would have had to pull like 270 or something, and like nobody cares about that.
Let me ask you this, Enna.
Isn't that the world record?
Do you? Yeah, way above. You
But
opened the world
it's
record.
not 285.
So, Enna, do you see yourself? Because this is how I classify certain individual, right? Me, I believe there's people that have got talent. There's people who are great at what they're doing. People that have got talents, people like that really try hard, like some of us, right? But when people exceed that talent, like the Taylor Howard, the Russells, and the Oliveras in the 120 plus, think even Joy Namani. So these people have exceeded talent. So I call them showman. They're no normal lifters anymore. They come there to give you a show. Do you see yourself being that showman?
I mean, no.
Why not, bro?
Why not? Because
Have you not seen your deadlift?
I really have to do like 880 or something to be like
880.
a like showman level. I mean,
Look,
like 840 is like almost standard for 83s now. So
Yeah.
like
Did
there's gonna
anyone?
be like
I don't think
during-
anyone. Did anyone total that at Worlds this year?
I mean, they're getting close. I hope.
the Euros. Let's wait at the Euros, mate.
Euros.
Yeah, that's a promise.
So it's like to be like the showman, you have to be like literally better than everyone else by a mile, which is like.
I mean, your
for me,
deadlift
it's
is
like
there.
880.
You mean like Taylor Howard, where he's
Yeah,
better
like
than
Taylor is
everybody
like-
else in the 74s.
How do you feel
Yeah.
about him coming to 83s then? Taylor Atwood.
I don't think he's gonna do it.
You don't think it? Why not?
He's a showman.
Like he just loves the show. Like there's no one in the 74s again except him. So what's the point of leaving?
You never know. Maybe he's poised to win as an 83. Nah? So
Nah.
you don't think he'll come up and beat you?
I mean, he still has to be like go through the US. Like as you maybe moves up, Russ is gonna move, and
Yeah.
I mean his total is close to Russ, yes, but I don't think he's gonna beat Russ at 83. To be fair.
Oh.
Look, this is what I say about the US, right? They have go Russ, they have go Sean, there is Angelo, and Delaney. And if Taylor moves up, that would be like 4, right? Or 5 of them.
Mhm.
So they can only take 1 or 2
One.
83 a world. Do you know what I mean? So it means
Yeah.
like all of them can be world champion a world, but they can only take 1. So we can't see this fight, all these people like are painting around. And I was still gonna be there. And fingers crossed, if I try my best here, I was still gonna be there. But these guys, they can only bring 1. It's 1 against all. That's how it is.
Yeah, and also it's like now with Sheffield, it's like is Taylor gonna try to fight for other people or just get his automatic qualification to Sheffield, where he could maybe win like 50K. Like I don't know if you've listened to the King of the Lifts podcast with him, and it was like he's not gonna try to break any world records at Worlds ever.
Yeah,
And
I heard that.
so like why is he gonna try to go to the 83s and struggle?
It's true.
That's true.
But the thing is, right? This is what I said when I did listen to it yesterday, and I said to myself, if I was in Taylor Howard's place, I would probably do the same. Where what's the point of you going to world, you break all the world record while you can do that at Sheffield and collect 50 grand?
Exactly.
You know, so it means SPD, as much as I love them, they have to change the structure of Sheffield, because otherwise IPF World is not going to get the heat and the fire that it deserves anymore, because people go there thinking, okay, you know what, I'm going to go RPE 7 and win. When I win in Sheffield, that's when I give it all. So yeah, that's on you as SPD. Structures need to change. Let's bring
There
some
goes
world record.
there goes Duran's care packages from SPD now. They'll be gone. A7, if you're listening, Duran's is free.
Remember, we're Sabado, mate. Everything goes here, right? So yeah.
By the way, SPD, I
So,
love you.
talking about look at this bum leg guy. He's going SPD. I love you. But anyway, talking about SPD and A7. Enna, I saw your post. You went for A7, so that means at the Euros is SPD versus A7 again, isn't it? Oh damn it! I'm gonna break my back with 320 score.
I mean, it's like one SBD against two A7s. So
oh damn! Owen and you, innit?
Oh yeah, Owen's A7 as well.
God, my back is screaming right now. So SPD brings some 83 in the Euros because otherwise that platform, I would feel lonely. Jesus, I'll feel very lonely on that platform. But anyway,
What made you decide, by the way, to go for A7 instead of SPD? Did SPD reach out? Did SPD reach out to you, or
yeah, but like A7, I just don't. I prefer. They've like always supported me before this, so it
okay?
makes sense to go with them. I mean, I just gave up all my chances for like a Sheffield wildcard, but
Oh yeah, obviously because you're A7, nobody wants you now.
So Spain, see.
But what about Arnold though? You could do Arnold still, right?
yeah, I could do like all the other competitions,
So,
but I don't want to do Arnold.
Promise me next year you're coming to do Arnold.
One question.
I mean, I could probably come watch Sheffield, but I'm likely not going to compete. So
I'm gonna be there.
But I'm probably going to come watch Sheffield.
I'm gonna be there to watch, mate. We'll grab a beer and we'll watch them battle it out.
Yeah, assuming tickets are not like £500 or something.
No, don't worry, Duran's got you, bro. He's like the SBD like golden child right about now. I believe.
That's true.
Man. Of course, I love SPD, bro. My house is full of SPD. I swear, oh my god, I need to change my baby's clothes to SPD. To be fair.
Just give him Duran sizes. I mean, just
give him Duran sizes. No, give him Duran sizes. Yeah, you flop, bro.
So Enna, so now I think now is the time where we need to talk about the AE3s, right? So it's not because I'm an AE3 myself, but because we got you on the podcast, and there's a lot of noise going on around the AE3s, right? The 93s, we saw what happened on World. The 105s, they brought the heat in. The 74 Taylor was the only one that literally, like, the only lifter out there that people were talking about. So I know the excitement in AE3s is gone down since Russ moved to USAPL. Alright, and we can't lie, that's true. Since Russ was gone, people are thinking, who's gonna take on the AE3s? Who's the next AE3? Yes, we had Delaney from America coming in to replace Russ, but Delaney did not hit the standards Russ hit, like the 840s and whatever. And then we have Tim from New Zealand coming in. Again, Tim came to the expectation of people saying, oh yeah, what Brad Gibbs has done a world, people expecting teams to do for the first time coming out as a senior, which personally I thought is not gonna happen. We need to give him time. The guy is strong, and the strength, he showed that strength at World, but it's just like the execution was a little bit left right. But talking about it, the A3 is my friend. Where do you think the A3 goes from here?
I mean, I was like clear on like the King of the Lift podcast that I would like Ross to come back.
How do you plan to make him come back, bro?
I mean, if I break his world record at Euros.
Yeah? Oof. How are you going to break it?
By lifting.
Yeah? How though? Like, what numbers are we talking about here?
I mean, I would need like a 290 squat.
Yeah.
A 152 bench.
Yeah.
And a 399 deadlift.
399.
My God, you heard it here.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon you'll break first? His record or your back?
I mean, I don't even pull with my back, so.
Hey, it's a serious question, bro, because those are some big numbers, especially that 399. That's literally a kilo away from 400 deadlift, which is unheard of in the 83s. So That was a legit question. Obviously, I don't hope you break your back. If you do, though, that means Durance wins. You know that, right?
I mean, I'm not gonna break my back on like the second or the first attempt or something.
God forbid it does.
So because again, you want to break Russ record, bring Russ to RPF. Is it because you want that Russ personality or that legendary status of Russ to come back to RPF, or you want you to be able to beat Russ at RPF yourself to prove yourself like
Yeah, because you're not going
I am
USAPL.
better than you and I'm on the same level.
Exactly. So I mean, like, of course, it's been nice to beat him. I mean,
So you
like,
plan to break his record and beat him as well.
yes. I mean, like, right now it's like all the USAPL guys are like the best 83s are in the USAPL, which, to be fair, is true. But I'm tired of hearing that like every single time. So
I mean, look, we respect the A3 in the USAPL, right? In terms of like these guys have done things that's never been done before, right? When you hear people like Sean, what Sean has done is tremendous. He's a great lifter. You know, Angelo is there and Russ himself is there. These are some of the strongest guy in America.
yeah,
I always said this: Russ, Sean, Angelo, because they are in the USAPL, they are the strongest 83 in America. They are not the strongest 83 in the world. Why? It's because they're not doing that on that world stage for me anymore. Because at the moment, personally, Delaney is the strongest 83 in the world. Because he went to world and won. He's a world champion. He is the strongest 83 in the world. That's a fact. Right? So the other guys that are doing it in America, they are the strongest 83 in America. The problem I'm having, and even myself, I'm getting a little bit frustrated about it when people are going to me about, oh yeah, all the strongest 83 in the world, they are in America. No, we can't say that. Russell was the strongest 83 in the world last year when he won world because he was the world champion. So he left IPF to go USAPL. That means he's not the strongest 83 in the world anymore. Even if, like, let's say, even if you won the world championship with 750 kilos, you still the strongest 83 in the world because you're a world champion. That's how I paint that logic to me. You know, I don't see the logic when people go like, oh yeah, USAPL. The other thing as well, we have to be mindful here is I always say this. In Britain, we have like give or take 600 million, 60 million people, right? In Hungary, it's even less, right? Probably in America, it is like 300 plus million people. So with 300 million people, if you produce one of the best lifts in the world, to me, it's just fair. It's normal, right? So the thing is, we need to stop looking from the other side over the Atlantic and just thinking, oh yeah, my God, they are just the Titans. They are just the best. They are just this, they are that. Not factoring that, okay, these guys are 300 million. Let's wait for when China joined the IPF. They wipe every single weight class.
Yeah.
They can choose from 1.7 billion people. Should I be? That is just me. Sorry for ranting there, but I'll stop there for my rant.
Well, now after hearing that he only deadlifts once a week, I think everyone's going to start doing that now. So come next year, you're going to see everyone pulling 400, man.
Don't do this at home, guys. No once a week. It won't work for you. Anna is a different breed.
Yeah, Anna. Oh my God! Like, you know what? Let's talking about worlds. Yeah, like let's go to like a more like your experience of it. Do you have like a favorite experience from the worlds that you've done? Either the one last year or this year. Is there like a favorite thing that you did, or someone you met, or anything like that that stands out for you?
I mean, just like meeting people is like one of the best parts of the world. Like in Sweden, I didn't stay for long because I knew I was gonna have a shit performance. So, but this year, it was much nicer. One of my biggest regrets was not coming in earlier because I would have had more time. But I think I spent 5 days or 4 days or something. Those were really nice. I don't even really remember my lifting. It was more about the people I met. And I think the British team and some members of the Swedish team were like really cool.
Yeah. Who is your
Those
favorite?
were
Who is your favorite? Name names, bro.
You're looking at him.
No, I
no.
want to hear. I want to hear it from the man himself. Who is your favorite, bro?
Okay, okay, Durant.
Only Durance.
Yes.
Rah.
I love the man, you know. I'm sorry, Joey, but yeah, I love the man. I really do.
No, I mean like me, like I was like really chatting it up with Durant like right before competition, and like all the other 83s were like really serious, and I mean they had all the pressure on them, which was nice for me.
And
Okay.
So
talk about seriousness, right? I did listen to King of the Lift when he spoke to you, when he spoke to Delaney, even when he spoke to Taylor. The thing is that the Taylor Howard that was in the King of the Lift now is a different Taylor Howard from the last time
than the
around,
last time.
right? The Taylor
Yeah.
Howard that was in the King of the Lift now, I can relate a lot of myself with him in terms of powerlifting. Is about enjoy the process, enjoy whatever you're doing, get the
I
pressure
mean like
off
also
your
now we like
shoulders.
he has no competition, so that's why it's like
But at the same time, right? Me, this is what I always say to people. I have the competitiveness attribute in me. When I step on the platform, I know I need to be Enna. I need to be anyone. I need to fend off any challenge here, right? When I step on the platform, as soon as I come off that platform, that stays on the platform. I'm me. I'm Durant. I can talk. Even if like I took my first attempt squat, if I come out, I need to talk to Delaney, or I need to talk to you, Enna, or I need to talk to Tim. I will talk. I will bash jokes. That's how I am. I don't have that. I need to get in the zone. My zone is, when I qualify for world, that's when my zone start because I know what the mission I have, right? So my training to always lead to that. So I don't agree with this thing when people go like, oh yeah, the day I'm lifting, like, oh, I came here to beat everybody and I came here to be on the zone. Don't talk to me. I need to do my thing. That is me personally. I do not agree on those things because you should do your things from the day you only start training. So what do you think about that concept to yourself, Anna, in terms of like being in a zone, don't want people to talk to you and all of that?
I mean like you said, like Taylor's last podcast like showed him like in a different light compared to like last time he was there. I think that's because of like now he has no competition. The other 74s are like
They've
not
been phased
existent
out.
again. There was
They've
a
been
time
forgotten
when
about.
the others when like all the other 74s were like talking shit and they were like, we're all gonna beat Taylor and I mean I get his point that I get his feelings at that point of wanting to not be friends with them because they were all literally talking shit and they were not close. And now it's like they are nowhere to be found. I'm not talking shit about them.
It's true. It's
They
true.
went.
It's true.
They went. They went to
It's
like
true.
what? All of them there, like in Papua New Guinea or something.
They've all
Disappeared.
gone up to 83s.
Okay. Say that's sort of the same, more or less, on the 83s. Say Russ comes back to IPF because some people like you, they're like, yeah, come back to IPF. We'll beat you. We'll beat you. Say he comes back and you don't beat him, and he's still
No, I'm
like,
not. I'm not saying I'm gonna beat him. I say it would be nice to have him there and compete against him.
oh, so you don't plan to beat
Like,
him at all?
of course I do, but like I'm not.
But you don't
I'm
want
gonna
to.
beat him. I still like. I'm willing to acknowledge that he's the best 83. That's why I would like to compete against him.
Okay.
But if we had listened to like all, and the issue was like then all these 74s were juniors, so I kind of understand these feelings of when a bunch of new juniors step in and they're like, yeah, we're gonna beat. Like, I want to compete against Russ. I mean, I competed against him last year, but then I wasn't really in any position to compete. But now I actually want to compete against him because I know I need something to push myself to forward, and I'm not doing it just to be like, I'm
Actually,
gonna.
on the flip side, yeah, are there any juniors in the 83s that want a piece of you? Is anyone like messaging you and be like, hey, listen, come do junior worlds, we'll battle it out? Or are you just like reading it and like going, I'm good, big man?
I mean, like I said, no one cares about the juniors.
It's true.
Oh my
I
days.
mean, I would watch the juniors definitely because like there are some really good lifters going in. But there have also been some that I'm like, well, they didn't talk shit to me, but you've seen people post stuff on Instagram and it's like, yeah, and you compete and then you underperform, which is like,
I think there's
I'm
one
not going to
thing.
mention names, but
Yeah.
No, mention names,
no,
bro.
yeah, that's
Mention names, bro. I want to
Throw a
hear.
name. You can throw one name. Give us a name. Go on.
Yeah, but
no,
just one name. One
Are
name,
you, are
bro.
you, are
no
you saying
names.
are you saying Nathan?
Yeah, just
No,
say
not
Nathan, man.
Nathan.
If it's Nathan, just say Nathan, bro.
Just say Nathan.
No, not Nathan. No,
Just
but
go
like
easy on his toe.
you've seen like juniors like talk a lot of shit and underperform. Uh, so that's why I'm trying not to talk shit. I mean, I want to do good, but there's also a line.
Yeah, there's a philosophy I always said, and every time, I mean, Joey will back me that up with this. I don't go to a championship achieving numbers. You know, some people go, oh yeah, I won 800, you know, I won 820, I won 830, and win 850. I go to championship thinking to myself, hang on, if I can add a 2.5 kilo from my total, my last total, I'm going to be more than happy, right? Well, even if I get my last total on the world stage, I got my national total on the old world stage, I'm more than happy because that 12 weeks training is brutal. And then that fly, and again, you said it with King the Lift. You flew the day before, same here. Flew the day before the championship in South Africa, and then end up getting the car. They said to me it was 2 hours drive to Sun City. It turned out to be 4.5 hours. You know, I end up in a hotel. Everyone was like, "Oh my God, you're lifting tomorrow, and you're here at like bloody 6 o'clock." I was like, "Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna die. I don't know what I'm gonna do." But anyway, it is what it is. But the reality is, it's all about talk after the performance, and then you can talk. All number
Yeah,
throwing, you're gonna beat this person, you're gonna beat that person. It doesn't matter until when you do it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Russ coming
yeah,
back to IPF is good for IPF. It's very, very
exactly.
good for IPF, and it's good for us, the 83s. It's amazing. You know, we have a superstar as our Russ coming. Just imagine Taylor Howard leaving IPF. I think a lot of 74 will retires because who's gonna watch them? You know, it's good
Quick
for
one
us.
though.
Yeah.
Quick one. Going back to Worlds though. Going back to Worlds. Was there anyone in particular that you was excited to meet? Like, because I know obviously there was a lot of lifters that you speak on Instagram, right? Like back and forth. But was there anyone in particular that you was like, oh, I can't wait to see this guy? Not necessarily fangirling, but more like, oh, I've been seeing his Instagram lifts a lot. You know, this is someone that I've been looking up to when I was first starting. Is there anyone in particular that you finally got to meet on the day of? Or on top of that as well, was there anyone that you wanted to meet that you did and you thought, oh shit, this guy's an absolute idiot. I actually do not like this person. Like they came across different to how they did on Instagram.
Durance,
And you
innit?
can be brutally honest here. You can be brutally honest here. I'm just curious to know because I've spoken to a lot of people. They say that people come across very, very different in person as to how they are in Instagram. So was there anyone well, was there a situation like that with you?
I mean, like most people are kind of different in person. Uh, I mean, Julian was different in person, but I think there was anyone I was like, I really wanted to meet that person. I think one person I met that I was like, oh yeah, like I was really excited to meet the person. I wasn't expecting them to be there actually. Like that was Mike T. And
Okay.
Mike Touchere.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I think it was one of the people I met. I was like, oh yeah, that's crazy. I'm talking to him. Apart from him, I don't think there were any lifters I was
Did
really
he
keen on
did he
meeting.
knew who you were as well? Like when you met him?
After my competition, yeah.
I
I mean, no one knew me. Like, okay, there's a funny story. So at the airport, we were waiting for the shuttle, and I was the first to arrive. So the guy that was handling the shuttle with the sign told me to hold the sign up for him because I think he had to go get someone's luggage that was left at the airport. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that because like there's still some other people coming. So the Swedish team came and they came and I was like, oh yeah, the other guy is coming. So we went to the bus, we went to Sun City, and after the competition, they were like, wasn't that the guy that picked us up from the airport?
Mr. Driver.
Oh man.
Gosh.
Yeah, so
No,
Was
so
there
now they
was
know
there
who you
was
are
there
now.
was there like a specific team that you were like, you know what, they're good to be around, or and then was on the flip side, was there another one you were like, they're not so friendly, like that you noticed, and when it comes to worlds?
I mean, there were like only like really two teams I hung out with, and those were like the UK and the Swedish team. Some of the Swedish.
Is it because is it the Swedish team they thought you were the driver or something? Is that why? Or?
I mean, that was a running joke after that, but I just clicked with some of them. I mean, there were some other teams there, like the Italian team was strong. I didn't talk to them. The French team left early, and some countries didn't really have the team bonding.
Yeah. What do you think of that though? Because obviously, like, you didn't really come with Team Hungary, didn't you? You just went by yourself almost.
Yeah, basically, I only had me, my junior brother, Eric Mata, that was
Yeah, yeah,
competing
yeah.
for the UK.
Do you like Eric?
So, yeah, he's a nice guy. Super
Do you
nice
like Lord
guy.
of the Rings as well?
No, I've not seen a single movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. So what did? Yeah, speaking of the teams, yeah, do you wish that the team in Hungary was like as good or as big as like the teams in like the UK or Team GB or like the Swedish team? Is that something that you want more out of like your nation?
I mean, if there was that connection, yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Uh, there's supposed to be a big team at Euros, a fairly big team. So I'll see how that goes.
Do you get
I
along with the
mean, like you
other?
guys were also,
Yeah, sorry, go on. You
huh?
gone?
I mean, like you guys were like talking on the last podcast about how the British team hasn't always been that close until
Yeah.
this year. So
Thank
I
you for
guess it
listening,
also
by the way.
depends on the people on the team. Yeah, it just depends on the people that you have on the team and how you click with them. So yeah.
So, I mean, talking about teams, right? I know in the UK we have got a system that we follow to select the team to world in terms of like, yes, we have to do the nationals, we have to win, and you have to get that A total and all of that stuff. So in Hungary, is one thing I need to ask. Why I think a lot of people probably were waiting to ask these questions. When we look at the nomination, world for the Hungarian team, yourself you were nominated with 760. Eric Mata was nominated with 860. So all these numbers, who normally send these numbers? Because we knew these numbers were fake. So who normally send these numbers to RPF?
Right, Anna, you didn't do
Um,
760.
I think my best total was 752.
Yeah.
So I
Oh
think
wow.
like I don't know how the numbers are like selected. I think they are rounded up or something. I have no idea. Like for the team selection, you just like obviously if you win nationals, you have top priority, but there are not enough lifters to fill the spots.
Mm.
So it's like, oh yeah, who wants to go? Who has the potential to actually do well? And also like this year it was in South Africa, so it's like most people are not going to want to go
Mm. Is
if
there
they're not.
another is there another 83 in Hungary that you're like he's good, or are you the only one? Bro, you're the only one, bro. Bit lonely, innit?
Like,
I bet
I mean,
there's
it just
some.
means
There must be a few, but as soon as they see what Enna's pulling, they're like, "No, fuck that. I'm going to bodybuilding. I'm gonna play tennis. I'm gonna play some pool."
That means
No chance.
there's an opportunity for Alex and Joey to go to Hungary and get a international singlet full power. That's an opportunity for you guys. Think about it.
I mean, like
Taking a
the
piss.
good part is I don't have to do nationals because
You just get selected, just like that.
I mean my total is actually better than like 150 kg more than everyone else. So
Raw.
That's true, you know.
I felt like hiding
That's
in a box when I heard that, but
so all you do is just the worlds and Euros, pretty much. That you don't have to qualify.
yeah,
Don't do anything.
as long as
Wow.
like you're doing good, unless like someone else shows up at nationals and does like 850.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but like
Highly unlikely, innit?
yeah, it just
So
makes.
what's your current weight at the moment? Like, and what do you normally walk at, like, on a day to day?
I'm currently at 86 ish. Going into Worlds, I was 84 or so. So I didn't even have to do a cut into Worlds.
And what's your normal protocol? Do you normally do a water cut or a gut cut, or like leading into it 2 weeks out, or how's it work?
For Worlds, I had to do nothing. I just cut out sodium. Yeah, that was all. My previous competitions, I've done a gut cut, water cuts, but like they weren't really serious because I weighed in like super light. To be fair, I've only done 4 competitions, so I don't have much
You've
history.
done 4 comps and you've placed at Worlds. That's crazy,
That's
bro.
So, and I think this is the question I had, right, in terms of like, I know we spoke about your deadlift, how amazing it is. We spoke about your squat, which is not a bad squat for 83, 700 or 600 pound. So let's talk about your bench press, right? You can bench pretty much the same as Agatha as a 76, which we're going to be having Agatha very soon, and she's probably going to talk about that. So how do you feel when you are the first one to come out and bench?
I have more time to rest for the deadlift.
So the bench, so you use bench as a rest for the deadlift.
Basically.
Yes.
I think
Good strategy, man. I do the exact same. Don't worry.
I mean, it's probably not going to ever change, and I've accepted that. So,
how many times do you normally bench a week?
3 times. I mean, most people are doing high frequency nowadays, but that's probably going to fuck up my shoulders because my range of motion is like long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that at Worlds. It's super long.
Even like trying to arch as much as I can, it's still long. So
Have you ever considered like removing one of your vertebrae from your spine so you can arch a bit better, and then that way it reduces your ROM?
I've considered it, but I have no money.
So in terms of like the powerlifting itself, I know we spoke about the World Championship and Sheffield. So where do you see yourself, let's say, in the next 5 years? Do you still see yourself as an 83, or do you still see yourself moving in a different weight class because you want a different challenge when after you beat your Rice or you beat your Taylor, if you annihilate Delaney? Do you see yourself moving up?
Or you destroy Durans.
I've been destroyed already. Trust me. Don't worry about that. It's easy.
I mean, initially I thought I wasn't going to move up, but I'm still young, so there's some hope of me moving up.
Would you ever move down?
No.
Never. You don't want a piece of Taylor Atwood?
Why the fuck would I want that?
Hey man, some people go down weight classes just to have a chance in it, so you never know.
I mean, I like competition, but I'm not stupid.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I respect that. I respect that.
It's true. So you don't see yourself going up anytime soon then?
No, I don't see myself. Like, I mean, it would be nice to do like a Europeans at like 93s to like set the deadlift record at something crazy. So Sheffield. So no one makes any money from the deadlift world record at Sheffield forever.
So what you said, so that's straight to Chance Mitchell. So you want to set the deadlift record to the place where Chance can't get to.
I mean, I'm not gonna do it this year. So
Chance only have one Sheffield to get money from the deadlift. After that, it's game over.
Probably.
Ish. You know, there's a lot of talk as well, right, on juniors. I don't know if you've heard on other podcasts where, actually, I think we discussed this as well on the previous one, where we always talk about junior lifters and like how easy it is for them at the moment because of, you know, they study from home, they haven't got like a 9 to 5 job, they haven't like their life hasn't really like developed to the point where, you know, they have a mortgage, they have a family, kids, etc., etc. Like, and what's your response to that? Like, what's your response to that in the sense of, in about 5 years' time, could you see yourself still in powerlifting to the level that you're at right now with all of those things taken into consideration?
That's a good question because like I've seen a lot of junior lifters like burn out since I started powerlifting, and I think I don't know if I would classify myself as having high stress currently in my life, but I'm still able to manage training and all that. 5 years time, probably. I'm probably not gonna have kids by then, so
No?
that's good.
You never know,
I
bro.
mean,
You
I'm
might meet
22. I'm
yeah?
22.
You could meet the love of your life tomorrow, bro. And then boom.
That doesn't mean I have to
Kids.
have kids.
You never
No,
know,
kids don't
bro.
just happen.
You never know, bro.
So do you reckon, okay, so do you reckon you could do the current training you're doing at the moment, right? Prepping all your meals, your foods, doing everything you're doing right now, but also have a partner, a 9 to 5. Maybe you have to wake up extremely early at 6 or at 5 a.m. Or if you have a baby, anytime, as Jurens would know, right? He can tell you, and then still be able to do what you're doing right now. Like, could you see yourself in 10 years' time still being able to do that? And yeah, at the level
10
that you're at
years.
right now as well. Yeah.
10 years. Wow. I mean, get me a home gym like Duran's, probably.
He's got a point there, you know. Yeah, he's got a point.
Yeah. I mean, 10 years is still far away. I would hope so. Because I know like now definitely training is like consuming a huge part of my life. So I'm just gonna enjoy it for now, I guess.
You're saying you got right now you got some ways to cope with your stress. What are they? How do you cope with your current stress factors? Like, is that do you like sort of prioritize things in terms of like, you know, top priority, second, third, fourth, or is it like you give time allotted for whatever you do in your life?
I just have, yeah, like what you said, I have time allotted for that. But like right now, it's like mainly just school, work, training. So I
Oh,
don't have
so
much
you
else.
work and study.
Yeah, I do like research part time. So
Okay, okay. And then obviously upon graduation, you're going to what, full-time research?
probably. So
Is that okay? Would that be like long hours then, do you reckon?
I mean, it's really flexible, which is why I like it. Like you can go into the lab at midnight if that's what you want. So I think that's probably one part of my life I would like to, that I would hope doesn't change because like the flexibility is really good with that. Instead of having to work in 9 to 5 and
Mm-hmm.
you have to come home before the kids go to bed and stuff like that. So which is
Okay.
why like I'm like it's weird that now I'm at a point where I'm trying to plan my life around what would be most helpful for my training. I don't know if that's the smartest decision or if I'm
Well,
giving
there's only
training too
one way
much
to find
priority.
out, bro. When you
Yeah,
live
by
it,
doing
innit?
it. Exactly. So it's like I have to plan some of my life decisions around being like good at powerlifting now. So I mean there was a time when after last Worlds, I got my back injured and I was like, yeah, this powerlifting shit. I'm taking a break. Uh, and I think then it was just because I didn't do as well as I'd hoped.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, but now it's like, oh yeah, now you're actually good. Now more people actually know you and expect you to be good. And
Yeah.
you don't want to be one of those juniors where it's like, oh yeah, he was a junior, of course. Of course we knew he was going to die out. So I don't want to be part of the examples. Uh, so
Did you
yeah, I'm
ever
just trying to do
did you ever
Great,
thought
man.
in the process? Did you ever thought about because the injuries and all of this coming, like thinking about giving up?
I mean, I still continued training, but I wasn't even planning to do Worlds this year. I only did it when I saw the Sheffield trailer. And
Yeah, but you're not gonna do Sheffield anymore, are you?
I mean, then I was like, there's a chance I could win. I mean, then I wasn't even like, I was deadlifting like 200 because my back was fucked. But I think I have like some level of irrational belief in myself. I mean, I try to be realistic, but still I have some irrational belief in myself where it's like, who knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
And that's helpful.
On the flip side, yeah, I know it's still early days, but do you reckon you'll ever compete until your masters, like Master 1, Master 2?
I mean,
Would you want to?
if I have like a good run in the open, probably not.
Probably not. I mean,
if I'm still like
if Durance does it, would you try and take his master records?
I'm a master. I will be a master soon, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, would you want to take his records, bro?
I mean, no one cares about masters also. So. I mean, the only masters that everyone likes are those that are actually competitive in the open or still really high level. I mean, I respect masters.
We're talking about masters, so as I said, I'm gonna be a masters very very soon. So yeah, and those masters.
No, but Enna just said like high level masters, they're still competing in the open. So that being said, you're saying even if you are at the age of being a master, you still want to be in the open, provided that you're in a good shape for it.
Yeah, and also it's like if you look at most of the good masters, they've not been competing for their entire life. Like I've listened to David Riggs and Sam Watts, and they all took like breaks between their powerlifting careers. So if I'm technically going to continue lifting until my masters, it means I'm going to be competing for 18 years.
Yeah.
And I don't think my body can hold up deadlifting like 400 for like 18 years. So maybe I might take a break, then come back as a master's, but I don't see myself doing it continuously. I mean, that's why I'm like...
You mentioned 400, yeah? Do you know when your goal is, like, in terms of time frame, that, I reckon you reckon, that you'll definitely be pulling 400? Is it this year? Because obviously or is it next year? Because to this year you're saying 399, innit? So I guess you don't want 400 yet.
I mean, I'm gonna
just go for that 400, man. That 399 will be so annoying to watch. I feel like you need to go for 400.
That's the point.
No.
So you want to make it annoying for everybody to watch when everyone will be sitting at their home thinking, why didn't you just load 400?
Yeah, literally that.
If you pull 399 at like RPE 8 or even 7.5, yeah, I will be very, very annoyed that you didn't put 400 on.
And I will.
That's the point.
That's why he's doing it. He loves it.
And I will spin it for you guys. I will be there. I will give you a 9K.
A quick one though. After Worlds, obviously with your deadlifts and everything and how crazy you did, right? And your pulls, or overall anyways, did you... I'm gonna take it you got a lot of DMs, right? Tons of DMs asking you questions, congratulations and stuff. What was the craziest DMs that you got?
I mean, before Worlds, my account had 200 followers or something. And I think right after my last deadlift, like I opened my phone and like my Instagram DM requests were like 70 something, which was crazy. I mean, like there were like a lot of like top level lifters that were like tagging me and stuff. So I don't know if there's like anyone I can like specifically pick out as like crazy, because I mean it was really wild. I wasn't expecting it, so
Did you have a favorite, like someone that tagged you?
That stood out.
I mean there were like so many tags. So I tried to respond to all of them, but there were a lot. So I don't think I have a favorite.
You said you had 200 followers. That means I take it that was a new account. Can you tell
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're
us what happened with your old account?
too many memes.
Yeah, it got banned for a meme.
Do you know what was the specific meme?
I know the specific meme. I can't post it on my Instagram account again because it's
You're
probably
gonna
gonna
get
get
banned.
banned.
Yeah. But
I
what was
could
it?
send
What was
it to
it?
you.
Yes, please.
You're not gonna tell us what it was.
Well, it was tagged as like promoting suicide.
Oh,
That's nuts, bro.
I think you should.
I mean, that's what Instagram said. It wasn't really a bad meme, but it is what it is. So I had
Did
to
you
start
get-
a new account.
Did you get a lot of
I don't
hate
know if
for
you
it?
can see. Can you see my phone?
It's a
Come
bit
back a
blurred
little
out,
bit.
bro.
It's blurry.
I think Zoom's
It's a
blurring it
bit-
on purpose, bro.
Zoom is
Please
blurring.
focus.
Yeah, they're blurring it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
I think
blurring.
I think Zoom might ban you now as well, fam.
They're blurring it Joey's total.
Oh yeah, we can see it now.
Can't see it.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, okay.
Can
Okay.
you read it?
Yeah.
Read on the mic.
No, I'm not gonna read it on the mic, bro. That's so mad.
Yeah, don't read on the mic, please.
We're gonna get banned everywhere, bro.
That is mad. That is mad.
We're coming up to a close now, to a close of the podcast. I just wanted to ask, I think we should all ask one last question each, right? Because I've got one that I've been wanting to ask you for a very long time, which I'm going to start doing as well.
I'll go first, innit? I'll go first. What?
Go on.
Enna, what's your favorite thing about Durance, and what's your least favorite thing about him?
Favorite, he talks a lot of shit.
What? Is that the good thing or the bad thing, bruv?
The good.
Oh, the good thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
And what's your least favorite thing, or the thing you hate about him? Is it because he's far away from you, or what?
I have no idea yet. I'll let you know after Euros.
Okay, cool.
I'm sure I'll find something by then.
Okay. I would have thought, yeah, it's because he lives far away from you, innit? Otherwise, you might as well be here with us right now on this very sofa, innit?
I mean, if I'm in the UK, I have to do nationals and all that, you know. Thank you.
Okay.
He doesn't want to do national, too stressful. So, for me, my last question would be is, of course, we spoke about powerlifting, but if I might ask you, where do you think the powerlifting sport goes from here? Because remember where we were and where we are now. Where do you think we're gonna go?
I mean, best case scenario currently, World Games, like having a role in the World Games. I don't think that's going to happen by the next World Games. I think the one after that, so like 8 years from now, which is a long time. Yeah, that's where I see it going, like in the close future. I don't see like Olympics. I hope Sheffield is huge, but the way everyone talks about it now, it just seems like it's not going to be as big as everyone expected. Because it seems like the first Sheffield had a lot of hype behind it compared to this year. I don't know why, which is really strange, but
Well, we'll see how it goes, innit?
yeah.
My last question, right? What is your pre-workout before a deadlift session?
Like my pre-workout meal?
Yeah, before your deadlift session. And don't lie to me, because I'm going to do the exact same thing and see what I do.
I think everyone's gonna do it by the time they hear it, bruv.
And if you're not gonna say it on the
I-
podcast, then it's cool. Just WhatsApp, just DM me on Instagram with a print screen of your MyFitnessPal.
I mean, just like oats and a monster. And you have to add the monster to the oats.
Oh, of course. Is that it? Just oats and Monster?
Yeah. But add
Nah,
the
you're
monster
lying
to
to
the
me.
oats.
How many grams of oats?
150.
Jesus.
Okay.
That's like you make me laugh.
Jesus.
Jordan's just thinking, oh, that's like 100 grams more than me.
That's definitely 100, way more than 100 grams more than me, bro. What the?
150.
Yeah.
That's not a lot. That's
For
like
me,
what, 100?
no, but
That's
he
about
said
110
pre-workout though. He said pre-workout.
Yeah. That's like
Yeah.
basically 2 bagels with jam in a way. Same amount of calories.
Yeah, but this is oats though.
So
Yes.
Okay, you know what? I mean, if that's the key, and I
I'll give it
see
a
like I see people on Instagram going the N way, then boy,
I
Yes,
mean,
yeah.
oats, monster, deadlift once a week. Now you're gonna be
That's
pulling
it.
400.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
it.
if you do
All
if
right.
that's what you do and you beat Russ, then I guess that's the way.
We'll
Imagine
see.
you ups his oats to 160.
Oh, then nah, I'll be bloated by the time I get on the deadlift thing, bro. What the? But yeah, Enna,
Oh,
thank you
man.
for jumping on the show with us, man. I hope you had fun.
Thanks for having me. It was really nice.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and then
Appreciate it,
hopefully
bro.
we'll have you back after Euros or just before, depending if you perform or not. And let us know how your back is. If you get injured again, let me know, please, for Durant's
Why
sake.
the fuck would I tell you that?
So I will know what to do.
Yeah, so we have a game plan, isn't it? Come on, bro. But yeah, thank you for jumping on, bro. Thank you so much.
It was really nice, really nice. Thank you.